Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I am excited. I'm going to get some people to join me this afternoon. Make sure I got my volume up. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Yes, yes, yes. We are excited. Hello, Renita. Thank you for watching. Can you share this video? I want to get a few more people to join us. Let's see. Hello, Marquay. Thank you for joining me. Can you guys invite some of your friends and share this video? I'm waiting on my guest to jump on line with us here this afternoon. So we want to get a few more people going, a few more people to join us, and then we'll get started. Hello, Teresa. Hello. Yes, I'm editing again, Marquay. Girl, you know I'm not going to stop. I'm waiting on my guest to join us so I can add him to the video. Hello, Kendra. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Can you guys please, give me some hearts, share the video, invite some friends. I need you guys to do all of that for me. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to have some fun. We're going to share some information. And we're going to be transparent and raw on today. Hello, Dawn. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Leif. I see you. Okay. I want to add you. Leif, it says I can't add you. So let me see. Are you on, is your camera phone on, Leif? Because, let's see, there you are. It won't let me add you, Leif. Okay, let's see. It won't let me. Okay, Leif, are you on your cell phone at all? I'm going to invite some friends. I need you to. It won't let me add you for some reason, Leif. I don't know why, but it won't let me add you on my video. So let's try something else, Leif. Can you, let's see, I'm going to try it again. It says that it will not let me add you. So we need to figure that out. Yes. Hello, Paula. Thank you for joining us on today. I'm trying to get my guest on. We're just having technical difficulties, but in the meantime, I need you guys to share the video. I need you to give me some hearts. And my goal for today is 100 shares. So I need you guys to help me make that happen. Okay, Leif, I see you again, but for some reason, oh, there you are. Okay, great. Let me add you on while I see it. Perfect. Hey, I think you're about to come on. This is awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see you trying to come on, Leif. Okay, give it a few more minutes, guys. Adding. It's coming. It's just taking a minute. Hi, Maya. Thank you for joining. Okay. It's taking a minute for my guest for his camera to get added on for some reason. I don't know why it's taking so long, but that's okay. Having technical difficulties, but that's okay. Let's see. Leif, I see you there. Okay. Leif, it will not add you. I don't know why. Let's see here. Okay, connection failed. Let's try it again, Leif. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're having technical difficulties, and I cannot talk today for some reason. But Leif, let's try it again and see if we can get you live on the air with us. That will be awesome. I see all of you guys here. I see Renita. I see Teresa. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Robin. I see Robin. Leif, I need to see your camera. and then I can add you on the video. Let's see. Guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about alopecia on today. Yes, we are talking about alopecia. Let's see, what's this right here? Okay. Let me invite some people. Leif, I need you to jump on, if you can, your video. Yes. Guys, we're coming. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay. Let's get a few more people. Okay. Leif, let's try it again. Oh, there you are. Okay, let's try it now. Okay. Adding. This is really interesting. I feel really, oh, I think I see you. I think I see you, but I can't. There you are.
Connecting.
There you
Connecting.
are. Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, let me block out everybody else. Okay, there we are. Leif. Yay. Okay, guys, I am awesome. Well, I have a few people that are trying to invite their family members, and so I see Leslie, I see Dawn, thank you, I see Paula, I see Marcray, I see Kasai. Okay, so guys, do me a favor. I need you guys to add some people, to invite some people. I need you to share. And oh, hello, Donna. That's your mom is on here, Leif. Hi, Mom. That is awesome.
My mom's watching.
Okay, guys,
I can't be here right now.
You said your mom? Yeah, your mom is watching right now. This is awesome. And I see Paula. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us on today. I'm excited. My name is Jamie Elmore, and I am the founder and the visionary for the Alopecia Support Group here based out of Seattle, Washington. We have a global reach. We help people all over the world. I cannot believe I'm saying that now, but we help people all over the world. I am a licensed hairstylist and salon owner for 26 years, and I was diagnosed with alopecia back in 2004. I first noticed my hair falling out back in 1993, 1994 after the birth of my daughter, and mine was more stress induced. My daughter had a long medical history, and I noticed my first bald spot in the back of my neck, and as time went on, my hair started falling out even more. It started spreading and started connecting, and eventually all of my hair fell out. And so in 2004, I finally got the courage to go to the doctor and got the diagnosis. But it took me about 2 years before I eventually cut off all the rest of my hair. I just had strands of hair just kind of, hanging onto my scalp. And so I decided to go ahead and shave off my hair. And then a few years later, the Alopecia Support Group was birthed, and we started helping people from all over the world, because I found that there was more people like me that was dealing with this condition in silence. My goal is to be the voice for those suffering in silence, and to empower and support and encourage individuals that have alopecia. And so I'm just excited, and I'm honored to have someone on the line with me who is a man. I talk to women all the time, and people always say to me, oh, it's easier for a man to deal with alopecia. And I don't think so, because I talk to men, and they have their own challenges. And so I wanted to bring somebody live and in person that you guys can see, and you can hear from him what it was like for him to have alopecia. Leif, I'm so honored. I'm so honored, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. Try not to get emotional with having you on the line. But what I want you to do, can you tell us your age, tell us where you are, and tell us how old you were when you got diagnosed with alopecia?
Well, it started when I was about maybe I could be even younger, but I'm thinking maybe 7 or 8 years old. I started with alopecia areata, and my mother we'd go to the doctors and get it smelled like alcohol, and they put it on little bald spots, and it would grow in, and then another one would bald, and then I covered it up, and then I'd grow in. And by the age of 12, I had, like you said, just the flip little pieces of hair. I looked like Fire Marshal Bill from A Living Color, you know, after a fire. And
Yes.
I was just like, it's time to shave it, you know? And it didn't grow
Mm.
back after that at all. It was almost like it just, yeah, I sent it away and it never came back. And
Wow.
it took me a long time to deal with that. But
Okay, get a little closer so we can make sure we can hear you. Here. Okay. So that sounds kind of
well,
traumatic.
it was right
You
before
know.
high school, you know, and it's like you just want to fit in when you're 12 or 13, and now you're, you know, not only are you just feel like an outcast, you know, I didn't feel normal. I felt like a freak, you know. A lot of people got bullied in school. I didn't. I was my biggest bully, you know. I beat the shit
Mhm.
out of myself mentally, sometimes physically, and emotionally a lot of the times, you know.
What
So,
would you say was one of your what was one of your biggest challenges? I mean, like you said, you know you're in high school, you're in middle school, and you're just trying to fit in. What was one of
mm,
your biggest challenges as a child dealing with alopecia? Would you say?
um, just being seen with it. I wouldn't take my hat off anywhere. It was no, I had a girlfriend that would take my hat and hide it on me when I was 17, and it was like, give me my fucking hat. Like that's my cover. You know what I mean? That is my hair. So
Mm,
just being bold, like playing baseball. I was a bat catcher, and a lot of time you have to rip your mask off and your helmet off, and then it's like, you know, there's the guy with the thinning hair who's 12 years old, and I didn't. So I kind of dropped out of life really, you know, and became
mm.
an introvert, except for my core group of friends that I had who got to,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's deep that you said that because I remember on my journey, I dropped out of life as well. You know, I went through major depression and a lot of people didn't know what was going on, you know, with me. And like you said, we hide it with the hats and the scarves. And when people think about women, you know, we have so many options. We can put on a headscarf, we can put on a hat, we can put on a wig. But for men, you don't have too many options to hide or to cover up. And so a hat is your best friend
I
per
had a
se.
band
And
I had
so
a bandana initially. On my 13th birthday, I went to a place called Playland, which is kind of like, you know, they got the roller coasters and stuff like that. And I was apparently wearing a gang's color of a blue bandana, so I got jacked in the bathroom, coming out of the bathroom on my
oh
13th birthday. And it was like, it was the only reason I was wearing it was because it was too hot for a baseball hat, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So that was like another traumatizing thing that happened to me right around there. And then I also got a bad back. I found out I had spondylosis, so I had to wear like almost like a girdle for about 8 months in my first year of high school, which I failed, but went to another one later on into an alternative program and graduated from. Yeah.
wow. That kind of blew me away. So let me ask our viewers again if they can share the video. If you guys can share the video, because I promise you, there's somebody that you know or somebody that you don't know that's part of your Facebook friends list that has alopecia, whether it's a man or a woman. My goal is to get the word out. My goal is to bring more awareness. My goal is to keep the conversation going because the month of September is Alopecia Awareness Month, but I'm not trying to wait to September to talk about an issue, to talk about a condition that affects people every single day. And what's so powerful about alopecia is that it can happen at any time. It doesn't
Yeah.
discriminate. As you can see, I'm black and Leif is white or Caucasian or whatever his ethnicity is, but we look totally different. But it can affect
And,
anyone. But I can
and
tell you this, that it can change your life. You know, it can definitely change your
you
life. And
don't know
so,
what it's like
Leif, tell
until it
me.
happens to you. You know, you don't. And people will go, "Oh, you save money on razors and this and that," and then, yeah, sure, razors are really expensive, but you know, at the same time, it's like thanks, but it's not making me feel better. You know, it's like Band-Aid solution, like verbal Band-Aids. That's all it is.
Exactly. Now, have you ever had the comments? Because I have people that make these comments all the time, and I think that they think it makes me feel better, but they'll say something like, "Oh, you look good with your head shaved. You have the perfect shaped head."
Yeah,
Do you
you
ever
know
get
what?
comments like that?
Oh yeah, and you know what my response is? Yeah, but I didn't have the fucking choice over this, and that's what bothers me the most. I didn't get to choose how I look, you know? And no, it's not only me, it's a lot of people out there. There's, kids born without limbs and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Hmm.
there's other people out there, but that doesn't matter because you know what? It's like traumatization, as I learned in a rehab center, was that five people can see the same car accident, and only two of them will get PTSD. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
everybody's different and how it affects them and stuff, you know. And if you're older, like you've been through life a bit, you've got some tools to survival. When you're 12 years
Mm.
old, you don't even know who you are yet, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm grateful that it didn't happen to me, as a child. I can't even imagine what that was like for you. I know
Yeah.
that it did traumatize me as a woman and being a hairstylist. It, I felt like part of
Well,
my femininity was stripped.
hell
Did
yeah.
you feel like something with your manhood, something happened with your manhood with having
I,
alopecia?
I felt like I didn't have any physical identity, you know what I mean? Like I
Mm.
called myself a dough face because I didn't have I didn't know no 5 o'clock shadow showing the chiseled jawline or any of that kind of crap. Uh, I didn't. Uh, I can't forget what you said.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And Leaf, my main purpose is for people to understand, and I know it's hard for us to give them to help them understand what it's like for us day to day, but I want them to 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 see what it's like for a man, because like I said, women have have it easier from the standpoint of we're able to cover up. And so I want to get kind of raw, and I'm gonna be a little bit transparent first, and then you can jump on board with this. Now, I do remember, like I said earlier, that I was dealing with depression,
Yeah.
and I can remember crying at nighttime, praying that my daughter wouldn't come into my room and see the bald spots, because I would, wear a headscarf, but I didn't want her to see what I
Yeah.
really look like. And so I went into this dark, dark, dark place. And sometimes now I still deal with depression. I don't know if the alopecia was the onset of my depression, but can you talk to me? And I do remember this too. I can remember going to sleep at night and not caring if I woke up the next morning, not necessarily wanting to commit suicide, but not having the will or the want to even wake up the next day. Did you ever deal with suicidal thoughts or anything like that?
Fuck every day.
Mm.
Every day, man.
Mm.
It's about kind of talking yourself out of that headspace because it's no good. I mean, Susan, what's you gonna do? Kill yourself? Your hair's already dead. Why don't you move on with life, you know? So,
Exactly.
and yeah,
Exactly.
I found out. I don't know if it was because of alopecia, but I found out later I was bipolar. I thought I was just
Mm.
depressed, a sad kid because my hair. So then I was like, no, you're bipolar and you have an anxiety disorder.
Mm. On
So
top of the
on top of
alopecia.
that, and I'm an actor, so go figure. That's like in front of a
Wow.
bunch of people, which is fine. But like, I get mad social anxiety at the same time. You know what I mean? But it's just, I guess I do it without even thinking about it to face my own fears, maybe.
Well, I want to say this to you, that you're a very handsome man, that you're brave, you're courageous, and like you said
God,
earlier, sometimes you are because you may not realize it, but you're gonna help somebody. You're gonna encourage somebody. You're gonna give somebody the ability to wake up the next morning, because they're gonna review this video, and they're gonna look at it, and they're gonna say, if this man, if he can talk about this, then I can make it as well. And I believe, Leaf, that you and we have a purpose in life,
hmm
and that purpose, part of our purpose, is to help encourage somebody else. And I
Well,
want to encourage you
hey
to
man, like
keep on.
it could be worse, you know. And that's kind of maybe a cop out answer, but this past
We lost you. Say that again.
7 years later, and he lost all his hair too, you know. So I mean, yeah, I lost all my hair, but at least it wasn't because I could have been on a deathbed or something, you know. And that kind of really woke
Exactly.
me up to like, why am I fretting over this, you know? It's like, everybody frets for their figure. Fret, it's a song. There's a song. It goes, fret for your figure, fret for your latte, fret for your hair. And it's a bullshit three-ring circus. And it kind of
Hmm.
is because it's not real life. It's not anything deep. It's not deep. It's in the exterior. It's just a shell. And that's all we are. We're
Yeah.
just a shell with a soul inside. So,
And you have a beautiful soul.
thanks. You said you.
You do. Thank you. You do. You do. So I wanna open up the lines here with anyone that's watching us. If you guys have a question, can you go ahead and type in your question so we can answer any question that you guys might have. So this is a good time for you guys to type away, ask a question, and we can have a conversation. Now, Leif, did you have this challenge? For me, because I'm still single and I've had relationships in the past, but one of my biggest challenges was relationships. I was afraid, number one, to be in a relationship. Number
Yeah.
two, I was afraid, wondering if they were going to accept me, because before I came out bald, I was covering up. So I remember being in a relationship with a guy, and I was saying, oh my God, I do not want to show this man or even tell this man that I don't have any hair, because
Hmm.
most people think that alopecia is contagious. So let me go ahead and say that. Alopecia is not contagious. It's not a life-threatening disease. All alopecia is, it's an autoimmune disease. Basically, it's where our immune system attacks our hair follicles
That's
and
what they
causes our
say
hair to
anyway.
fall out.
They don't know anything about it, but that's what they say.
Yeah, well, but think about it, Leaf. Like you said, that's what they say. I don't believe that it's contagious. We know that for sure. It's
No.
not contagious, but um, and it's not life threatening. I think the life threatening part is our mental. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Meaning it's how we view ourselves and how we navigate through life. Would you agree with me on that?
I think alopecia is, it's if anything, it's soul strengthening. Soul, not
Exactly.
not to become like calloused or anything. You don't want to go all the way there, but you got to know your limits. Of like how far are you gonna go with feeling bad about yourself, how bad are you gonna hate yourself. And a lot of you should just drop it anyway. It's just not useful.
Exactly. Exactly. Because when you think about it, and you said it earlier, it
Mhm.
was something that was out of our control. I mean, losing
Yeah.
our hair, we have no control over that. We just have control over what we have control over. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, we have
Yeah,
no
well,
control over
like I wrote on the Alopecia website, it's kind of like, the 12 steps in like an AA meeting. The first one is you admit that you are powerless over this and you'll let God, whatever God is to you, whoever God is, good orderly direction, Buddha, whatever, you gotta live on life's terms. Stop trying to control
it.
life.
Exactly.
Like, live on life's terms because that's who controls everything, really.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. And for me, I do believe in God, and I know that the still small voice that I had on the inside. I realized, and He told me that this alopecia journey was bigger than me, and it wasn't about me, meaning that, like I said earlier, there's other people out there that didn't have the internal strength that He gave me, and so it was up to me to be responsible with this alopecia. And that's the word I want to say, responsible. And I believe that you're being responsible as well by sharing the message and sharing hope, and let
Mhm.
people know that they're not alone. And so um, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you because I
Yeah.
believe this is the beginning of you and I working together. What you think?
Well, yeah, I think so. Somebody told me there's like a big alopecia get together, even in, well, probably everywhere in the world, but in Vancouver and stuff. And who knows, maybe we'll get a gig, speaking at one of these places sometime. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
or down here in Seattle, because I have a retreat coming up in Labor Day weekend as well, and I have some other conferences and workshops coming up this summer, and so I'll keep you connected, because maybe we can have you down for a live panel discussion with some other
That'd be cool.
beautiful alopecia sisters and brothers.
Yeah,
That
there are
we
some
can kind of have a
really beautiful
conversation.
girls, that and with alopecia, I've noticed. And for the longest time, like my mother would want me to go to alopecia support meetings, and I went to one time, but it was in a hospital. It felt really clinical, and I was at the state in my mind where It was like, why the F would I want to go sit around a bunch of bald fucking freaks like me? Why would I want to do that? You know what I mean?
Oh, but how do
I
you
was
feel
the
about
biggest
that now?
asshole and the biggest bully to myself over this stuff, you know?
But you know what? I think, like you said, it's really our own conversation that we have with ourselves. It's
Yeah.
our self-talk. It's our self-talk. And I think if we can change the conversation
It's
and teach our
cognitive
children, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say is it's pretty much what you're talking about is cognitive behavioral therapy, where you talk to
Mm,
yourself, you change the shit. When you catch yourself saying no, you say yes, I can, or you know what I mean. You put the positive flip on it,
yes.
and then you start building stronger new neural pathways in your brain that go there instead of go to this negative place or go to the bar.
I just lost you. Are you
Yeah,
still? Okay, there it goes.
I was just talking about how your brain can make new, pathways, and they get strengthened over time. You know, whether it's getting off the bus, going to the bar every day after work, well, you stop doing that and you start doing something else that gets stronger and stronger. You know, and then
Mm-hmm.
your way of thinking becomes totally different. You can reprogram your own thinking. You know.
I totally agree with that. And I believe that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you say, whatever you speak out of your mouth,
It's the law of
that can happen.
attraction. It's the law of
Yeah,
attraction, pretty much. You know.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so I think, Leaf, that you and I, our responsibility as alopecia sisters and brothers is to speak life to children and to other people and to let them know that their life's not over, that they have a purpose,
I'd love to
that
do
they can
that
make it.
because this is so funny
Yeah.
because I attracted you into my life in a way, and I've been thinking about doing this public speaking stuff, but I didn't know the venue. I don't know what. A friend of mine, he's told me he's in this group called the Toastmasters, where they do a lot of
Yep.
private speeches and stuff. So I might check that out, and then know how to form a, a little one man monologue or soliloquy or whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. And it's simple. It's just sharing your story,
Yeah.
sharing your story with
I,
people
I don't know if
and
some
getting that
people
together.
I don't know if some people are ready for my.
Why not?
I've been through, losing my hair, back problems. Like I said, I've been through my 20s. I pretty much compensated stuffed my feelings down with, substances and stuff like that. So it's like
Mm,
there's a chunk of my life that I'm not really proud of that still says, "Oh, you're not worth it because that you did that," and So I'm still working on it myself, but it's getting better. The sooner you start
it
working
is.
on it, the better you get. Do something, start a regime for yourself. Like me, I started running in the morning, then come home with some dumbbells, do some exercise, get yourself off of it, do stuff that makes you feel good because exercising will make you feel good whether you get depression or not.
Exactly. I have one of my male friends on here, and
Mm,
he said that he thought that alopecia was only something that women deal with. And you see how you're making a difference already? You're shining some
yeah.
light on it. I mean, he just thought it was women, but now he can see that men deal with it as well. You
Yeah.
know, Men deal with it as well. So
I,
you're already making a difference,
You know,
Leaf.
you know,
You
you know
really
what I
are.
felt helped me a lot too, like physically. Like I was looking at all the stuff people were saying on the pages, like, oh, how do I get my fake eyebrows on and eyelashes, and kind of fretting over that stuff. It's like it's really like hurting to see in a way. I know they're
Mm,
hurting, but it's like
yes. Yes.
I think I said to you the other day, waiting for your husband who took off 5 years ago to come back home. It's like if you're wasting your energy on that, just keep moving forward and stuff. But the best thing for me, I found microblading my eyebrows. Really helped a lot. Gave me some confidence, gave me some shape to my face. And like since I was
Okay.
14, I always used eyeliner. So I'll use
Mm-hmm.
brown eyeliner, or I'm kind of a goth punk rocker, metalhead guy. I'll wear black and like smear it all up, and I don't even care, man. It doesn't bother me. I've been dressing up like in costumes and working in the film industry and stuff, so that's just what I do anyway. But it made me feel
Exactly.
more normal.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, is how you feel. And so, guys, as you guys are listening, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need everybody who's watching right now. I need you to push that little share button. Share it out. Share it out, please, because I guarantee there's somebody else that's part of your Facebook friend list that has alopecia, or that knows somebody else that has alopecia. So I need you guys to help me and Leif spread the word. Because I promise you, when they get back on this video and they see two bald people, they're going to be like, what are
Mhm.
they talking about? No, we don't have cancer. No, we don't have a life-threatening disease. But I tell you, we have some fire in our bosom to bring some hope to some people.
You know
That's what
what?
we have, right, Leif?
Yeah, definitely. I get the fire burning, man. And that's what you want. I've been reading. I was reading up on something. It's like, look at your last five people who have text messages you, and are these people that are fanning your fire, or are they dousing it out? And we got to keep fanning the fire. Is how it goes. But I was just laughing because
Exactly.
the funniest response I've had is, "Are you albino?" Do you know what
Oh,
albinos look like and what that means? Do I have white hair and pink eyes? Like, come on. I think
exactly. You know what?
it's their
What,
ignorance, and it's not their fault, but
exactly. It's
silly.
not. But you know what? I like to tell people there's proper etiquette that I want to help people with. And I had a lady years ago. I was in the post office and I was getting ready to mail something, and I was wearing a wig. And I don't call wigs wigs. I call them accessories. Everything's an
Yeah.
accessory. These eyelashes I have on, these glasses I have on. I
So you
mean,
can get
you
away with
accessorize
eyelashes. I
everything with
can't
our
do it. I
clothes.
look like too pretty fluttery eyes, boy. Yeah, the
Yeah, you can't
eyeliner.
do you can you can't do eyelashes, Lee, but
I couldn't even
you can
imagine
rock the
trying to get
glasses
them
I
in
sit
on my
around.
eyes. I'd probably be like, throw the whole thing in the toilet.
That's okay. That's okay. You can accessorize in other ways.
Yeah.
Lamont, his name is Leif. My friend just asked me what was your name. His name is Leif. I have his name on top of my top of the video. He's out of Vancouver, and he's my alopecia brother. That's who he
Yeah.
is. He's my alopecia brother. But let me tell you my story. So I was in the post office and I had a wig on. And so this lady who I don't know, never seen her in my life, turns around to me and she says, "Is that a wig?" And I was like,
How the?
I could not believe. Yeah. And then I said to her, I said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I said, "Number one, that's not a question you ask a total stranger." And I said, "Number two, there's a lot of people that are wearing wigs because it's medically necessary." And I said, I happen to be one of those people. I said,
Mhm.
so please don't ask another person that. And that's one of the stupidest things somebody has ever said to me in public. They don't even know me. I mean, come on, are you kidding me?
Don't
Are
have
you wearing a
filters. People don't have filters over their mouth for certain things. I had a waitress come up to me when I was having a dinner once, and she goes, "Do you have alopecia?" I was sitting there bald, right? And I go,
uh-huh.
"Yeah, how did you know?" She goes, "I do too." She had a black wig on and drew her eyebrows on and worked at a Greek restaurant, and it was kind of cool. Like
Wow.
whenever I've run into a few in Vancouver, like, "Hey, you're one of my guys." It's like you're on the bus,
Exactly. Because you can tell. We can tell an alopecia a mile away,
And I
you
talk
know?
to and I talk to each one that I see. I try to. I used to go, "Uh-oh, it's another one of me. I hate me. I'm gonna hate this guy," and so I don't talk to him. But now when I see one, I'm just like, "Hey, alopecia, eh? How long?" And they'll tell me how long or how old they were. I'll be like, "Yeah, me too, man. Stay strong." Just quick little things like that.
Exactly. So Leif, let me ask you this. If if you had an opportunity to bring a word of hope or encouragement to a young person or even to a man right now, I'm going to give you the floor. What would you say that could help them, encourage them along their alopecia journey?
Shit. You know what well, it depends. A grown man. If you're walking around with little tufts of hair, shave your hair. Just go bald. Wear two, buy different hats. I've got like a huge hat collection because of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Me
that's
too.
fine, because it makes you comfortable, and you don't stick out if he's feeling awkward about it. To a young child, a boy or a girl, I'd say
Mm-hmm.
I let them know that they are beautiful, And I tell her parents, I hope you tell them that every day. And that
Mm.
you know what? Not everybody's going to accept you, but not everybody's worth having your friendship anyway. You know. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, Leaf, what would you? I know your mother is on here.
Mm.
What would you say to your mother? Because I know your mother had to be the rock for you, and I get
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of mothers that reach out to me because they feel like their hands are tied. They don't know what to do because it's their child that has alopecia. So, what would you say to your mother, knowing what you know now and the strength that she had to have, that she instilled with you? What would you say to your mother? So, this is your time to love
Mm.
on your mom and to say something to your mom. I'm gonna give you the floor on that.
Awkward. Just
I
kidding.
know it's awkward, but you know what? I believe in giving people their flowers while they can smell them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We wait till people die. We go to a funeral. We want to cry and talk about what they did. So I want you to give your mother her flowers while she can smell them, since she's on the line with us.
Uh, what could I
I think
say?
you went
That
out.
I would say thanks for being there. Thanks for bringing me to all the weird testing. I did a couple of weird tests, electropulse therapy, and then another one that blistered my whole head up. And she was there for me for that, whether I wanted to go for it or not. She supported me. Um, my mother's just been there for me forever. She's been there well since I was born, obviously, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and I was in a psychiatric ward for a couple months. She was there for me every day.
Mm,
You know, I had to get
mm,
myself straight. You know, and she's been there for, you know, drive for everything from my birth to driving me to like 3 cities away to go do some night shoot that will wrap at 2 in the morning, and she'll come pick me up and stuff like that.
mm.
She's there when I need it. She
Wow.
wants to see me be independent. It's kind of a push, tug, and pull thing, I think, for her. She's like, I want to see you be independent, but I want you near me. So it's like,
Yeah.
it can be tough because I have depended on her for so long and a lot. And it's like,
Mhm.
so to break away is hard for the both of us almost. Right?
Wow. So it sounds like your mother is a rock star. Yes, she is. She's an awesome lady.
Oh yeah, and
She's an
she's
awesome.
a no, she's a take no BS kind of woman too. So.
Ha! That's my kind of lady. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I think
about.
I'm attracted to chicks that are mean to me, you know.
That are
Or,
mean to you, but we don't want you to attract those mean ones.
well,
We want you to attract
not
good
mean.
women.
That's a bad choice of words. That are just, you know, they don't take shit. And it's like, okay, cool. I don't even have to get up and be the man, and she's already on it.
Yes, yes. So let me ask the people again. Do you guys have any questions? All of our viewers, do you have any questions that you want me to ask Leaf, or you want to ask me? Now is the time. And also, I need you guys to share. I have a couple of people that posted that they shared the video. So if you guys can share the video, we would really appreciate you sharing the video. That'll be awesome, because I know we're gonna wrap it up here in a few minutes, but I want to give people a chance to ask a question.
Yeah.
Yes, I want you guys, like, okay, not completely you. Okay, your face. Uh, Someone just said your encouragement was really nice that you just said to the kids, Leaf. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
is awesome. Does anybody have a question before we wrap it up? Before we wrap it up, yeah. But you know, Leaf, you know, I know for me sometimes, even now, sometimes I still get a little uncomfortable or shy when it
Yeah.
comes to going places.
Yeah.
So, because like for me, I got to do so much. I got to draw my little eyebrows, put on my little eyelashes, and do all my little extra stuff. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going because I
Yeah. By
don't
the time
feel
you're
like.
done, you're like, screw this.
Yeah, you're tired. It's like I don't even want to go.
It's too much work to try and be someone else. Unless somebody's paying me, you know, to dress up in a costume and do some work, that's one thing. But, you know, to do it every day and, you know, I just, like, I'll do the eyeliner. I tried drawing eyebrows on. You can imagine how that went. They're like
Yeah,
up and down, and when it was like, that just didn't work, right? So, the microblading worked.
exactly.
But I just, maybe some eyeliner, not even sometimes these days. I just don't care. I cared for so long that I just don't care anymore. It's too draining to fucking care about how
Yeah.
somebody else is gonna think about you. I'm not in high school anymore. I don't even give a shit, man. You
Yeah. Yeah.
know?
I agree. I agree. I agree. Because I get to that point because I don't even wear makeup every day. There was a point years ago when I first got diagnosed, I used to wear, it was like I could not leave the house
Yeah,
without putting on some makeup, some lipstick or something. Now, only if I'm going somewhere like a special occasion, I'll do all this or I'm
yeah,
live on Facebook. But
yeah,
otherwise, I don't even wear makeup. And what that says to me is that I have grown my journey. I've grown as a person, and I
yeah.
don't care either. People look at me just like, it is what it is. Either
And,
you can take it
yeah.
or not.
And it's like, and if an adult judging you on this shit, like, are they somebody even worth caring about? Number one, and obviously they haven't had to go through shit. Well, I'm sorry, life's been real easy on you, pal, but I've had to deal with some shit. It's like I get guys like redneck guys or construction worker guys at the pub or something go like, "Why are you wearing eyeliner, man?" It's like, because my hair fell out when I was 12. How would you deal
Mm,
with it? You know? How would you deal with it?
is that
When you're a kid and you lose all your hair, how would you deal with it? You might wear eyeliner too, buddy, so keep your comments to yourself.
exactly? Because I do know that without eyeliner and without the eyebrows, our face looks like a blank canvas. And so, just doing those little tricks,
The dough
it can
face,
make
I
a
think.
difference. Yeah, it just makes a difference when you look at yourself. Because when I do what I do now, it's not for somebody else; it's for myself. Because
Yeah.
that's all that matters. Because I got to look at my own self in the mirror. I don't care what nobody else think now, but I wasn't like that in the beginning.
Yeah, whether it's clothes, wigs, hairs, whatever, man. Wear what's comfortable. My buddy, his name's Kenny Chin. He's Mr. Chai Pig. He sings for a band called SNFU. He walks around in a fur coat with like purple and yellow spandex tights on and army boots and a big fur hat on his head. And he's like, but he's a rock star, so he's kind of like, who cares? So it's like just whatever you feel comfortable in, whatever you want. Like don't let other people. What if
Exactly.
they think this? What if they think that? What if they think that? Put your headphones on when you get on the bus and don't even worry about it.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't even. You got to kind of tune the outside world out.
Like notice
Give
it
them the hand, like I said.
and kind of almost get off on other people noticing it. Get it like, yeah. I feel like, what kind of reaction will I get from this one? Because I like doing that. I like kind of like, not causing shit, but instigating thoughts and stuff like that. And if that's what it takes, and you know, they get confused.
That's good because I know what you're talking about. I've had people staring at me and I caught them. And I said, I haven't done this yet, but the next time I catch somebody staring at me, I'm just going to go, boo. Just
Smack them
like,
in the
boo.
head.
And like, what are you staring at? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
bro.
What are you staring at?
Like,
I just have alopecia.
are you staring
That's
at me
all.
because you think I'm gonna die and have cancer, or are you staring at me because you're attracted to me? From what I've heard at the conventions in Vancouver, there's a lot of men that show up uh, during the break times and when it gets out that all have
Hmm.
fetishes for bald women. I
Really?
found it. Yeah, I found it funny. Yeah, there's these guys with fetishes. Like some people like sticking feet in their face. These guys like bald heads.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
that was
Well, I haven't met a guy with a bald head fetish yet.
good.
I don't know if I want to, but it's like whatever, whatever. So,
Yeah.
well, guys, Leaf, do you have any questions for me or anything? Because we got wrapping on up.
No, I don't have any questions. I just thank you for inviting me and letting me speak my mind. It wasn't maybe quite as I'd written stuff, very but I was,
That's okay.
I also want to show some compassion to people that do have it too. Not just take it over it. It's not that hard. Blah blah blah. You know what? Go through that time. You need to go through that time. You're exactly where you are right now. If you're not over it yet, that's all right. You're exactly where you are in life, where you need to be. You'll get there. And like they say, it's kind of oversaid, but this too shall pass. Whether you're
Mm-hmm.
happy, whether you're sad, either way, the one of those is gonna end soon. Our lives are gonna end soon. Our hair is gonna end soon. So just don't sweat the moment. Live in the now. Don't sweat the moment.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
stuff
Wow.
you say, but whatever.
You're so right. Thank you. You're so right. I do see a question, Toya. You asked me where someone can get permanent eyebrow um, procedure at, and I will put I'll put a link up because I have a connection here in Seattle, Washington, but they're all over the place. I just say look at their work.
I find on
Look at their
I've seen
work
it on
first before you
Facebook.
decide.
Like electro,
Mm-hmm.
or sorry, electro, the microblading, I see it in the middle of, like, on the phone, it has a little house at the top where people sell stuff. They also
Mm-hmm.
advertise things like that, and I've seen a lot of microblading. And for microblading, if you do, like, say, have cancer or alopecia, it's usually a
Mm-hmm.
$400 to $600 job that you have to go back
Mm-hmm.
and forth every couple of months just to get the right thing, let it heal, and get it more right, let it heal, and then it's good for maybe a year and a half or two. But
Mm-hmm.
they do it off for people with special circumstances like us. Usually pretty cheap. I got
Mm-hmm.
mine for free, but ended up tossing her a couple $200 or whatever just to be like thank you. So
That's nice.
so yeah, you can get it done very fairly inexpensive unless you're dealing with an asshole.
Exactly. There's an awesome studio here in Seattle by the name of Shador, and that's where I got mine done. Mine are microbladed. You can't tell because I still kind of fill mine in. I think it's just out of habit. But Shador,
Yeah,
located in Renton, Washington, Dior and Chalon, they're sisters. They own that studio. It's actually a beauty school as well, and they're awesome. They specialize in people with alopecia as well, and so I will put that information in the comment
yeah,
section as well.
cool. Yeah,
So, guys,
those are
thank you.
right.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Please feel free to share the video later, and for those of you who will watch this video when we're finished, just say replay so then I'll know. Leif and I will know that you're watching it on the replay. Then if you have any questions, feel free to send us a message. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have on the back end. If you don't want to ask those questions on the thread, that's not a problem. But at the end of the day, our goal is to help somebody else, to bring more awareness when it comes to alopecia, to let people know that alopecia does not discriminate. You hear me? It doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anybody, any ethnicity, any gender. It does not matter, and it can happen at any time. And I do a little exercise Leaf with people sometimes when I do my speaking engagements. And this is what I do with people. For those people who want to get an idea of what it's like
Hmm.
to have an alopecia. So what I do, I tell people to remember what they have on today. Remember how they dress, the clothes they have on. And then I tell them to imagine going to sleep at night. So I tell everybody to close their eyes. I said, close your eyes with me. And I let people sit there for a few minutes. I said, remember what you're wearing right now. And then I have them open their eyes. And I said, imagine waking up the next day and you're bald. You're
Hmm.
bald. Or you're losing some hair. Because
I think a lot
I've
of
gotten
people.
stories of people who've lost their hair overnight.
I
Literally.
think I think a lot of
Overnight. Go to
people.
bed at night and wake up the next morning with no hair. What were you going to say?
I think a lot of people, like talking about depression or anything like that, they don't want to talk about it. It's kind of a heavy subject, and they might think and feel a bit, and it's like, people put that shit up and feel, oh my God, I have it now. Now it's a big deal. Oh no, look at, because it's me now. I know that
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, but it's me now. It's like just ignorance, And
Exactly.
I wanted to say to everybody one last thing. I got more
Go ahead.
cheese ball talking in me.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say, I love you all, and you're all beautiful, and I take that to heart because I mean it. You're all beautiful, man. Fucking dog with alopecia, women. Who cares? You're all beautiful. You're all unique, and we are all going through this together. You're not alone. Not
You're
alone,
absolutely
man.
right. You're absolutely right. Now, Leave. Let me ask you: are you I've lost my nose hairs. Have you lost your nose hairs?
I
Do
don't
you
grow
still
no
have your nose
nose hair.
hairs?
I've got like nose infections and all sorts of shit. Come on, because I don't have no hairs or a pink eye. Every year I get pink eye at least once.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what's so interesting is I don't think we realize the purpose of our body parts and different functions of our body until we lose it. Like, I didn't realize how important it was to have nose hairs, because one day I woke up and my nose was running and I'm like, what is going on? And I looked in the mirror and it's like, I don't have any nose hairs. And it's part
Mm.
of that alopecia. And so sometimes I'll have enough nose hairs, but for the most of the time I'm still sniffing and, you know, wiping my nose. And it's because of the lack of the nose hairs, but it helps us keep all the particles and
Well,
grit and
you have
dust and
microscopic bugs that live on your hair and around your eyes and stuff, and they keep it clean and all that. We don't have that defense. Even though our immune
isn't that something?
system is supposed to be so strong it can kill every hair, it still get used to. I don't. That's what I don't get. Is how come I get a cold then? You know what I mean? Or how come I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a cut that heals in like 5 minutes or something? So is it
Mm-hmm.
the immune system, or because it's not repairing my hair?
No, you know, our hair really, when you think about it, because when they talk about the immune system, our immune system is supposed to protect us, you know, from colds and things like that. But for our bodies, is
Yeah.
our immune system is like a foreign invader. Our immune system can't identify our hair, so that's why the hair falls out. It's like, what is that? And so it goes into protective mode, and our
Mm.
hair falls out. That's the best way I explain it to
Yeah.
kids and to other
Yeah.
people. Would you agree with me on that?
That's good. That's good explanation. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, guys, well, we're gonna wrap it up again. Thank you for joining our conversation today. I need you guys to share the video. Yes, I'm a broken record. Share the video. Invite somebody to listen. Tag somebody's name in the comments section, so those individuals can know that they're not alone. Somebody knows somebody that 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 has alopecia.
What's the odds
Okay.
these days anyway? Is it 1 in 10,000 people that have it? You know?
Actually, the number is 6.8 million people have alopecia. They also say that 147 million will get alopecia in their lifetime.
We'll get it.
147 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it will happen to them.
'Cause I've had a
That's kind
friend
of
who
deep,
had
isn't it?
bald spots too when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, he had it, but then it all grew back in for him. It didn't go full on. But
Yeah,
yeah.
you and I didn't get that. We didn't get the our hair back, but that's okay, because you know what, Leaf? We're rocking it just like this. How about that? We're rocking it. Yeah, yeah. Yes, just like this. You know what
Awesome.
my theme song is, Leaf? It's India Irie. I'm Not My Hair. Have you heard that song?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, Leaf.
Send it to me on
OMG.
Facebook. Send me the YouTube video or something.
Yes, I Am Not My Hair by India Irie. Let me tell you, that song.
I am not my hair, is what
Whew,
it's called.
yes, it's called I'm Not My Hair.
I'll
Oh,
look
I'm
it up. I
telling you,
can
when you,
find that one, right? I'm sure I can find that one. I am not my.
yes,
That's a great
yes,
song
I'm
to
Not My
title.
Hair. India Ari, I'm telling you, that song brought me life. It helped me through my journey. I listen to that song every day, all throughout the day. So much through the DVD or the
Yeah.
CD, I broke it. That's how often I was. That's how often I was listening to the song. So you have to listen to that song. You will absolutely love it. I see somebody else on here, Leaf. They said that this is a lady. She said that you're handsome. You're a handsome fella. Ooh, that's a nice compliment, huh?
I'm still getting used to the compliments. I kind of do this when I
Well,
get a compliment. Just brush it off.
well, I'll tell you, hanging around me, you're gonna get plenty of compliments, because I believe in speaking life, speaking the truth. And you're a handsome guy, for real. You are.
As handsome as I am
Yeah.
shy.
Hey.
It's
No,
not
you're not
the
handsome like
burden
the
to
average
them.
guy. You're handsome. Period. You're in the lane all by yourself, just like I am. How about that?
I know, I am. Gotta rock it.
Yes. Let's rock it.
Hmm.
Let's rock it. Let's rock it. Okay, guys. I
uh,
absolutely love it.
all right.
Okay, guys.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna pop off. Leaf, thank you so much for joining me on the conversation, guys. We're gonna say goodbye, and hopefully we'll do this again. And share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. Okay. So bye, guys. Bye, Leaf. Thank you for your time. We'll talk soon. Okay. Peace
Okay.
out.
See you
Bye,
later.
y'all.
Bye.
Bye, bye.